Hey guys, Break here. Welcome back to another episode of the Gold Guru. Now today I wanted to discuss something that doesn't require any real risk and can often lead to huge profits in the most simplest way possible. Now this is going to work if you're on EU. If you're on US, you guys are the test dummies, so thanks very much. This won't be too helpful for you, though some of the techniques obviously you can use to your advantage. Anyway, let's begin. What am I talking about? Well, just opening up my mail, as you can see, 178k. We've got another 100k here, and most of that is the new gems. Now, the gems made me an absolute killing yesterday, the first day of the new patch. All the new gems were released for dual crafting, and I was able to flip these the day before. I bought them the day before for really cheap, and sold them for much more. I mean, I just was on my other servers. I did this on a few servers just to make sure it was legit. I was buying gems up for 1k, and literally 24 hours later I sold them for 9k, 900% profit. I spent hundreds of thousands of gold on ore. I was able to flip that and make like triple the profit. Just bought a WoW token on one of my other servers because I made like 300k just from doing that. I made an absolute killing, and how did I do this? Very simple. I'm sure most of you will know this, but there are some people who don't. US and EU have separate reset days, so content releases one day earlier in the US compared to EU. So in terms of the new gems, they got them on the Tuesday, that's their reset day, whereas EU gets them on the Wednesday, and this always happens. Even with new expansions, I'm not sure of the actual release of the expansion, but every single reset day and every single major patch, the US always gets it first. Now for the EU, and especially for EU gold makers, this is really beneficial because the US guys will just tell you all of the trends, all the things they wish they'd done before it happens for you. And whilst the economies are slightly different, the trends always basically happen the same kind of thing. They're always going to mirror the US in terms of what's selling well, what didn't do so well. Servers differ obviously, but the US and EU trends are always very similar. So if you're on EU, how do you find out about the trends on the US? Obviously you can look at something like the Undermine Journal and look at the regional pricing. That's always a good way to do it, and I'll show you that now. So you want to go to theunderminejournal.com. You'll be presented with this. You want to press US, obviously, if you're on EU, because you want to see the trends. Kel'Thuzad, my old server. It's Skits' server, Asmongold's server. So there we go. Anyway, it doesn't really matter what. Then you want to search for what item. So we want to look at Imperium. Go. Enter. And look at that current price, 83 gold, wow. And you can see the big trend here on patch day. The price was basically around 30 to 40 gold, okay, around 40 gold. And then suddenly, 2 days ago, which was patch day, it starts rising to 50 to like 700, going down to 100. 100, and then it stayed around 100 for a couple of days. Now slightly started to drop again. But anyway, it went up over 50% in price. So that's one way to do it, just looking at one realm, but an even better way is to look at all realms. Another thing you can do then is go to current regional prices, just scroll down a bit. Now, if you were to do this on Tuesday, which was the reset day for US and the day before reset on EU, it would be showing a bit higher than this even, but the blue line is the price, market price. So there you go, 100 gold to 200 gold. Here's Kel'Thuzad at about 80, but this would have been a lot higher on Tuesday. Say it would have ranged from like 400 to 200 or 100. So you'd have seen that the prices were crazy high, and you'd have seen the massive price spike on a number of realms. Should we just check another realm quick just to make sure we're not going crazy? Also big realm. Argent Dawn's quite big. There we go. So on Argent Dawn, it actually didn't do much until the 6th, which is interesting. But there you go. It was around 50 gold, 40 gold, 40 gold, 40 gold, and then in the evening of the 5th, that's when it started to rise, obviously, and then the whole of the 6th, it stayed around 200 to 300 gold. So again, if you did look at these before, you'd have seen the massive price hikes which were going to come, and you could have invested and made big golds. But this is what I mean. Even if you're on US, you could have looked and you would have seen across the other servers that the prices were hiking on the 5th, because that was your reset day. But on Argent Dawn, it didn't start till around 7 PM or 5 PM. So even if you're on US, you could have checked other servers, seen it, and then made the investment. And then, boom, you could have rode the wave as well. So this isn't just for EU banking on the US data. You can be on US as well and bank on other realms data. You just got to do a bit of research, and it's pretty simple. Another thing you can do, which is even easier, is just go on the WoW economy subreddit. The link is in the description below. Anyway, you go down and you will see a number of posts, especially the day of the patch, the day before the patch, day after the patch. There's always posts, people saying how much gold they've made with a certain thing or how crazy things are going. For an example, anyone else riding the Imperium wave? Smooth selling so far. Do we need Primal Sargerites? This is some EU guy obviously asking. The US guy replies. Don't flip it now. Okay, so that's an EU guy again. Here's someone just reset the market about 2 hours ago, bought all from 38 to 55, sold all at 60 gold within an hour, was about 3k ore. Again, this was 2 days. So this was someone on the US who EU guys could have copied. Other people give useful information. People are buying out entire markets, so you can set the price really high. Uncut gems aren't selling, so I have 10 of each. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, again, this is the kind of thing you can be looking at to see whether you're in EU and want to see what's happening on US, or whether you're on US and want to see what's happening on other servers. You can often copy. Again, the prices and the trends can vary. They're not always the same across different servers, but the general trends are always going to be the same, such as price rising of something. Whether the price is going to rise 10 times or just going to rise 20%, who knows? That is completely server dependent, but the general trends are generally pretty reliable. One final thing you can look at is the WoW Economy Discord. Again, link is in the description below. This has lots of useful posts by both random guys, just anyone can post here and ask questions in the general chat, and also content creators. Hickons is here. I often write in the general or content creation. Since I've joined, I only recently joined, but it's been really cool. Anyway, here was going crazy. The general chat was going absolutely crazy yesterday. People were posting screenshots of what they were selling, and it was ridiculous. This is how I decided, right, it's obviously going to happen this way. The trend's obviously going to happen, so I'm not going to mess about. To give you an example of some of the things I was seeing, this screenshot here, someone selling stacks of 20 Imperium for 2k each. I was like, what? Did it really go up that much? Again, if we go down a bit further, screenshots of mailbox, people selling those raw gems for 5k each, 8k each, all of that. So this is the kind of thing I was seeing, which really showed me and proved to me that the trends were real, and that's why I invested across numerous servers. That's why I made hundreds of thousands, if not 1 million gold yesterday, just from flipping a couple of materials. But yeah, those are just 3 ways you can view specific trends, whether on the Undermine Journal, WoW Discord, WoW Economy subreddit. And again, whether you're on EU and want to see what's been happening on the US the day before, or whether you're on the US, as we saw with the Argent Dawn example, and want to see what's happening on other realms, see if you can get your realm to mirror that, then that's a really easy way to do it. I will say this is probably the easiest way to get gold quick, to get rich quick. You know, obviously it has its risks, but if you take the necessary precautions and you look at trends across a number of servers rather than just one, you're going to be in the business, and it's pretty much risk-free. If you're sensible, you're going to make a nice profit. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, see ya.